Okay, and all right. This, my friends, is my lovely, of course, post-market wrap-up on this Wednesday, March 9th, 2022. Let us talk, you and me. How about that? So, yes, everyone is happy, aren't they? Nice rally on Wall Street. Stocks pretty much higher across the board. But is that really the story? Is that where you're looking today? I hope not. I really hope not. Where should you be looking? Did you watch the 10-year yield today? Came up really nicely. 1.93. That's where we sit at the closing bell. Dollar getting decimated, down over 1%. Okay, all this pent up, safety trade, fear trade, it's unwinding a little bit. And that's why you got the rally in the stock market. So many people just don't know where to look. You must understand the drivers of the market. For example, let's say today, lovely, right? 10-year yield came up. What does that mean? Well, cash is leaving the debt market. When the 10-year yield drops, it goes into the debt market. Generally, when you see cash moving in and or out of the debt market, just looking at the 10-year yield, you have a very good idea how the stock market will respond. Today, again, for example, 10-year yield comes up. Cash leaving the debt market. Where is it going? Boom! Into the stock market. When the 10-year yield drops and you see the dollar gaining, okay? That's a safety trade which precedes a what? Fear trade. Stocks sell off. That's it. Again, this war here has definitely injected all kinds of uncertainty into the market. But you see what's going on here? It's very simple. I explained it to you this morning, and I'll just cover it real quick. The market is now very mindful of the mechanism here. This war, wherever it goes, whether it's going to expand further in some other way, it has just guaranteed that incredible amounts of debt are going to be pulled from the future and injected into the system. It's the same thing. Think of it this way. During the meltdown of '08, okay, what did the Federal Reserve do? Massive injections of cash into the financial system, okay? And what did that do? Boom! Up goes the stock market. Same effect here. The market is now understanding. It takes a little while, for the market's brain to work, okay, realizing that this gives central banks the green light to inflate trillions of dollars, more debt, and things you can't even imagine. We're going to talk about that in a moment, are going to be instituted to continue to borrow from the future. Market loves that. And that is why we saw 10-year yield higher, dollar lower, stocks catching a bid. That's just the way it is. Please stop focusing on the stock market or the Dow Jones Industrial Average. You really should be looking at the S&P 500 or the broader market. When we're talking about the Dow Jones Industrial Average, we're talking about 30 companies, big freaking deal. We want to know what the broader market is doing. So stop focusing on that. If you notice, the propaganda ministry, look at the Dow, look at the Dow, look at the Dow, duh. No, don't look at the Dow. Look at the debt market first. It's so simple, really, to understand just a few simple dynamics in this market, really. What we have seen over the past few months has been a normal market move, period, the end. After years of going straight up, you would have expected, at least you should have, this market to give back a little. What did we give back? Really nothing. Again, looking at the broader market, the S&P 500 off the top, about 15% off. Now we're only down about 11%. You gotta be kidding me. And people getting all worked up and bent out of shape. And you look, again, this is why most people should stay out of the market. They really, really should. They have no business here. And because they don't take the time to understand just some basic concepts, which I try to cover here every day. Anyway, on the back of, this is a shocker. Are you ready? Oh yeah. On the back of the dollar getting hit pretty hard today. I'm talking about the Dixie here, people. The relative strength of the dollar came down today. Its absolute strength is dissolving right before your eyes. Okay, but that's a whole other story. On the back of the cratering relative strength of the dollar, gold and silver got slammed. Imagine Greg Mannarino's shock. Oh, I'm so surprised here. Look, how many times have I said over the years, there's no price discovery? It's not real. Imagine an alternate reality where a hard asset derives value from a derivative. It's upside down, but that's what we actually have today. The paper derivative, okay, it's not real. It's not on the elemental chart. Is what dictates the price action of the hard asset. It's upside down. Why? Well, so you can see what you saw today. This is the banks dumping paper onto the market. This is not physical metals changing hands. Good, let them play their game. We're going to play our games. We understand, especially in light of current events, global debt is going to balloon. I'm telling you, it's going to double from here very rapidly. Very, very rapidly. And I expect, as long as the debt market stays stable, and it is, look, all this debt now being created out of thin air to cash that's flying everywhere. The European Union, the United States funneling hundreds of millions, billions of dollars in aid packages and all other kinds of everything else you can think about. Here's another one. I want to know if you back this up. So just as another mechanism here to continue to borrow from the future, our retard president, and he is a retard of the highest possible order, he is going to request from Congress, or you, the American people, $2.6 billion for which he wants to use to promote gender equality in foreign countries. Yeah, you heard right. First of all, you see that $2.6 billion that he wants to, disperse? You think that's going to end up really benefiting any kind of a cause like gender equality? No, it's going to end up in people's pockets. All this cash that is flowing into Ukraine right now from the European Union, the United States, billions. You really think that's going to go, how much of that do you believe is going to go to, assisting the Ukrainian people? I'd say 10%, 15% at most. The rest of it's going in people's pockets. Okay, that's the way it always works, and I think you know that already. It's unbelievable. All these arms deals that are going on to the tunes of multiple billions of dollars. Who's getting greased with that? You think people don't have their hands out right now? It's such a shit show. It really, really is. This is why I'm telling you, you got to try to stay on top of this. So anyway, do you back this up? Do you think that President Joe Bidenstein, retard, is doing the right thing by asking the American people to give foreign governments $2.6 billion so they will promote gender equality? I don't know about you, but I think it's all horse shit, wrapped in dog shit, sprinkled with cat shit, and then stirred in a big bowl of bird shit. But that's just me. Okay, now crude oil got slammed today. Let's talk about that. So it's becoming apparent, or being talked about, that the UAE, United Arab Emirates, whatever the freak these freaky people are, because I don't really give a damn, they are going to increase crude oil output, and you saw what happened to crude today. That's because we're so energy dependent here in the United States. You know that, right? Oh, the other big lie that you've been told, and you probably believe. No, we are dependent, very much so, on foreign oil. But, that's another lie that's been propagated from here to eternity by a lot of people. Anyway, but, look, with regard to what we're seeing with crude oil today, this should get you rattled. This should make you nervous, because you know how it works. We had this super spike. We came down. We're going to find the new floor, and we're going higher. Higher. Oh, yeah, Wall Street is still betting on $250, $300 a barrel crude. Are we going to get there? I don't know. All I can tell you is crude's going higher. And when you see a drop like this, it should make you start to think, interesting. Where are we going? We're going higher. Again, it's not just a matter of oil production See, that's what they want you to think. No, 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 no. You have to understand, crude oil is priced in what? U.S. dollars. Duh. Henceforth the petrodollar. You know all about this, don't you? I hope you do. And the dollar is a dying asset. Dying. Okay, so yes, what a miraculous thing. We're seeing the relative strength of the dollar stay high, as I said would happen from a long time ago. But its absolute strength is going straight down the toilet bowl. Henceforth, why? You see inflation surging at the fastest pace in history. Oh, wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to get a big, fat, ugly number on inflation. It's going to be hideous. I don't know. The market will probably like it. We'll see. Anyway, I already told you about, I told you about that. I did not talk about cryptos, which in aggregate get catching a nice bid here. Again, a lot of people hate this stuff. That's fine. You don't need to be in it. If you don't understand it, that's all well and good for you. It won't pay off for you in the long run, unfortunately, but you can think what you want. Anyway, people, look, you got, at least I would like to believe that you have a very, very, very good understanding on what is happening. I know that you're not going to be staring at the Dow Jones Industrial Average tomorrow. No, no, no. You're going to be looking at the 10-year yield. People, let me say this again. I want to be clear. Clear as clear can be. We will see the 10-year yield settle above 2%. I've been telling you this for months. Okay. As this plays out, as the 10-year yield moves higher, you're going to see more cash move into the stock market. That's how it's going to work. And on top of that, the faster the global economy free falls, the higher the stock market is going to go. The mechanisms are all in place right now. Central banks have been given a green light to inflate beyond your wildest dreams. Beyond your wildest dreams. Okay. This is a major driver. In fact, it's the driver of global markets. You think this is by accident? How many of you, raise your hand, think this is by accident? Get your damn hand down. Get it down. Okay? No, nothing. Zero is by accident. This is all a mechanism to do what always happens. You see, look, there's all these people out here, including our retard president, talking about things like gender equality and wealth equality. You see, what he will never tell you with regard to wealth equality is he's guaranteeing that the wealth will continue to move up the food chain to the 1% and 2%ers. It always does. When you hear a politician, I don't care who they are, tell you anything different, they're lying to you. They are lying to you just to maybe get your vote or something along those lines. They can't tell you the fact that no matter what, wealth always moves higher. Always. It will never change. Understand? I think you do. All right, look, with that said, people, what else is there to talk about? Lots of lovely things going on around here, I think at least. And we are going to be sitting pretty. We already are, you and me, taking advantage of every damn thing that comes our way. And that's about it. All right, look, I'm out here. Love all of you. I mean that. Please ponder the things I've spoken about. I will read the comments. I have to give another shout out here to the moderators of this channel. They have cleaned house. It's beautiful. I wish I would have thought about this a long time ago. Anyway, I'm out of here. See you in the morning.